I'm Stephen Cook. This is my public lecture video. I went to the New Horizons lecture, which was about a space probe traveling to Pluto and beyond. I was interested in this lecture because of my general interest in space and space exploration. So the lecturer was Alan Stern, and he was the principal investigator. So he was very knowledgeable in both the business and the science aspects of the mission. And the overall topic of the lecture was the space mission to Pluto and beyond, which has different aspects to it, some of which were planning, funding, building of the probe, as well as learning from the mission itself. And so the thing that initiated this mission was a group of graduate students who were inspired by the Voyager mission, and it was a very hard, rigorous path to get it approved by NASA, but it finally happened. This happened 6 years ago, and it's still in the process of being completed. And so the overall mission, or the primary mission of the probe, is to go pass by Pluto and be the first probe to analyze Pluto. But then once it passes Pluto, it will continue on into a region of space which a lot of people aren't even aware it exists. And so it's called the Kuiper Belt, and it's basically a ring of asteroids which are up to 62 miles wide, and there are hundreds of thousands of these asteroids, and some of them are considered dwarf planets with their own moons. So I thought that was a pretty cool fact. And so this region of space, it's interesting that a lot of people don't know about it because it's really it makes up a lot more of our solar system than the primary planets do. So that's where this quote from Stern comes in: "We are the misfits, not Pluto." So application of physics. This mission wouldn't have been possible without using physics, obviously. There's a delay between communication with the probe and the team on Earth. So of course this makes predictions of the motion of the probe very prudent. And so also physics may come in handy for interpreting the data that the probe picks up. So follow-up thoughts. These are just a few thoughts that weren't really discussed by Alan Stern, but I just thought might be interesting to think about. So he went over the what and the how of the project, but not really the why. And so it's cool to think about like what we might learn from this mission. What are we gonna find out there in the Kuiper Belt, and just like really just it should theoretically deepen our understanding of the solar system, maybe the universe, and things like that. And sadly, the scientists don't think that, or there shouldn't be life out there, so it won't be anything like that, but it will still be pretty cool. And also, it gives us an insight into the vastness of space. This probe, when it reaches Pluto, it will have been traveling for 9 years at a speed of 2,237 miles per hour. So that kind of gives you an idea of how huge our solar system is. And another thing that he didn't go over very much was the functions of the spacecraft itself. And it has 7 different instruments on it, all of which are pretty cool. But one that I thought was especially cool was the SDC, which is the Space Dust Collector. And that was engineered by a group of college students, and they engineered and got approved by the team, so I thought that was pretty neat. So in conclusion, there are a lot of ties to physics of this lecture. Of course, there's meticulous precision for the mission to actually go through, and this all just goes to show how physics can help us do pretty awesome things. And of course, there's always a business side of science, which Alan Stern was really discussed briefly. And so if you're interested in this mission, then you can definitely find some more information on it on Google. So thanks.